Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the home of original sports perspective from our couch to yours. This is your host, Jermaine Lockett. Hey, thanks for coming through. If you're new here, please hit the like, hit the subscribe, and smack that bell so you know when it's going down, so you know when I'm actually hitting these posts up, folks. Like I said, it could be in the middle of the night, it could be early in the morning. Not really concerned about the hits, just concerned about family trying to get it in. This week, we have Baltimore Ravens facing off against Miami Dolphins on Thursday Night Football. Now, of course, this sounds like another trap game in primetime, right? Because of the fact this is an opponent that should be an easy win based on the stats. I mean, this is now they own the title for worst pass defense in the league. It is no longer Baltimore, thank goodness, because we owned that title for a couple of weeks, and it was pretty sad because Jamar Chase lit us up. So this team, they've actually given it up 2,528 yards on the season. That's about 7.4 yards per attempt. They gave up the third most passing touchdowns in the league, so just something to keep in mind. Miami has about, a 95.7 completion rate against them, so pretty much everybody can throw all over the yard on this team. They've given up a league high 132. My goodness. 40 plays over 40 yards. Or excuse me, they had 40 plays over 20 plus yards given up. So that's the league worst. Only 4 plays over 40 plus yards. So that's pretty solid. They don't give up the super big plays like Baltimore, who gave up over 9 of those this year. I mean, y'all seen them. Everybody was getting at us between Jamar Chase, between Dalvin Cook. I mean, everybody big play. They just come on to Baltimore. We're giving up big plays, giving up a lot of real estate down the field. And I'm not really sure why. Just a lot of miscommunications and poor tackling. I think that's what the main case is there. So my thing is this week, we can't look at the Ravens as full-on juggernauts. Every single time we look at them going into a game, blowing a team out, whatever, it doesn't happen that way. But Ravens have not been blowing teams out. They have not been taking care of business the way they need to take care of business. I guess the Chargers was probably the last team that they just full on handled business, came out and did exactly what they were supposed to do in both halves, in all 3 phases of the game. So I'm expecting another close one, to be honest. If we got to be straight, I got to be straight with it. Like, hey, I see mistakes made by the Ravens. I see mistakes made by the Dolphins. This is one of those Thursday night games. If you're not a fan of either team, are you watching? Probably because Lamar is probably the most exciting electric player in the league. But other than that, are you really into watching this? I don't know. I just don't think that too many people are going to be into that. But I'm watching, and I got a couple friends over, so I'm not broadcasting. I probably won't do that for a while, but I do. I enjoy watching other folks broadcast and see the reactions and just have fun in the room. Anyway, let's talk about the problems that the Dolphins may pose for the Ravens. Now, if the Ravens don't show up the D on the line, we could see things break loose like another 66-yard run because Myles Gaskin is not a slouch. Do not underestimate his running ability. He is a cut and run runner. He can take care of business. But the main problem is the guy that the Dolphins, from what I'm hearing in other podcasts, the guy that they do not want to pay, and that is Mike Gesicki, which I don't understand. Like, look, if you got a guy who averages above 12 yards per catch, I mean, what is he like? It's almost at 12. It's 11.8 yards per catch. He's a phenomenal talent. He's a good tight end. He's probably one of the best players you've got, and he helps move chains. I mean, he doesn't average below 40 yards a game. Might as well see what he's talking about, Ben. Go ahead and stretch him out for the long term because this is a guy who's only going to get better. Only going to get better. And the Dolphins have nowhere to look but up into this guy because he is a bright light on their offense. Another question about this game is, who's going to be the quarterback? Is it going to be Jacoby Brissett, Mr. Brisket, or is it going to be Tua? Personally, I would prefer Tua because Tua makes a lot more mistakes than Jacoby. Jacoby is more of an experienced veteran and I think he's just all around better quarterback. If I was running the Miami Dolphins as a head coach, I'd say, hey, Tua, shut it down. We're going to run with Mr. Brisket. One, because he's set under the tutelage of Tom Brady. He's got the experience. He doesn't make too many mistakes, and he knows how to find his players. his playmakers on the field. So I like this guy, just not Thursday. I'm hoping we don't have to see Mr. Brisket. I'm hoping we see Tua. Even though Tua has some mobility, I just think with a messed up finger, it's going to affect his accuracy. He's going to make a lot of mistakes, and Baltimore should have a good time with him if he's on the field. So I'm looking forward for Tua to start, not Mr. Brisket. But Tua was limited in practice, and it's probably going to be a game day decision. We'll see on Twitter. Just keep following your Twitter feeds, and you should be able to find that out. I'm pretty sure Ingraven will find out just before everybody else and announce it on his videos. He's just an awesome guy. Let's talk about these Ravens, folks. They've been giving up the cookies. Giving up the cookies. We have given up the second most plays of over 40 yards in the NFL. Giving up 9 big shot plays. They got to stop. They got to show this up. They got to show it up on the back end. And I know who's the man for the job. It is Geno Stone, folks. Geno Stone. He is actually a free safety because we've been rocking with 2 strong safeties back there. But now, unfortunately, our guy Elliott is hurt, so they have no choice but to go back to what they're supposed to be doing on that back end and shoring it up with the free safety who actually plays the position pretty well. And the Ravens did well in the cover 3, as you could see on Sunday. I mean, they mix it up all the time, but still, the cover 3 looked very well when Geno Stone was in the back as far as the deep field center defender. I loved it. It looked beautiful on tape. You just see him like just in a natural position, not trying to dive down into the box to stop the run or something like that, because they had Clark for that. So if they continue to keep this formula going, I cannot wait to see what this Ravens team looks like that defends the deep shots on the back end and stops those big ones from happening. All right, so here we are. Let's talk one other thing here. So the last 3 or 4 games, the Ravens have given up those big plays like 110 yards to Dalvin Cook when he had a 66-yard long play. You had 201 yards to Jamar Chase with an 82-yard long run because of missed tackling. You had 169 all-purpose yards given to Jonathan Taylor from either screen passes or big runs. He was just a fast, big back. And honestly, a buddy of mine, he's like teasing me, talking about you don't want to see them Colts again. You don't want to see them Colts. He might be right. I don't want to see them Colts. JT is huge and fast. I'm no part of it. No part of that. Basically, Ravens need to stop them big shot plays. They need to lock up Gesicki with Jimmy. Jimmy Smith needs to be locked up on Gesicki the whole time and let the Ravens do what they do and rush the passer. Because the Dolphins, they do give up the sacks. They do give up the sacks. Now it's just time to get to my predictions. Couch Rider predictions, because we're going to have some accountability after the game, probably a day after when I do my review. I want y'all to know that, hey, I put this out there. I put myself out there, and I'm hoping that I'm right in these predictions. So let's go prediction number 1. Rashad has a big day. First touchdown versus the Dolphins. I know I said this against the Minnesota Vikings, but I really think that this is the time that he is going to shine big. It seems like the Dolphins like to give up a lot of yards to the slot and to the tight ends. So I am hoping that our guy has a pretty big day out of the slot and is able to produce big time. Gets his first touchdown. Let's go, Batman. Our next prediction is Jalen Waddle scores a touchdown. Now, here's the thing. Jalen, he's getting over 10 targets a game. And when you get 10 targets a game, something good is bound to happen. And yes, we have some pretty solid corners. They play great coverage outside of the big shot plays that were given up on Sunday, because after the big shot play, they basically shut down Justin Jefferson. And he only got, I think, 16 extra yards or 19 extra yards that game for the entire game. So, yes, they locked this guy all the way up. And Adam Thielen was full on afterthought until he did that pass interference push-off. Because y'all saw it. I know it was push-off. You know it was a push-off. It's been a lot of, just crazy things going on with these referees lately. Especially if y'all watched the game the other night. Yeah, the Bears got cheated big time. But, yes, there were some push-offs, and these refs are just not calling it. I don't know why. But, hey. Anywho, Jalen Waddle, I think he is going to score a touchdown, because him and Jacoby Brisket, Mr. Brisket, they have great chemistry. and that could be a problem for the Ravens if they don't put that in check. And sometimes you have to think about it when the Ravens try to do, let's say, when they man up with Jimmy on the field, they tend to lose in the man coverage on the outsides because of the out routes or some arrows or some slants or something like that, to where our corners aren't able to just get there in time, to be honest. And it ends up being a chain mover. Go back and look at the Las Vegas Raiders game, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Every time they went to zone, we got lit up by the tight end. Every time we went to man, we got lit up by the outside wide receivers doing those routes. So hopefully our corners have gotten better with their man coverage skills. Now that we have a true free safety over top, that should help things. Moving forward then we got prediction number 2 out the way. Jalen Waddle with his touchdown. Prediction number 3, Ravens D gets 2 sacks. I think they're gonna get these sacks, folks. They didn't have any sacks this time, last time around. But hey, if everybody else is getting sacks against this team, then Baltimore is going to get some sacks, and they're going to get 2 of those. And it leads me into my 4th prediction of Odafe Owe being one of those sacks. Look, y'all keep making all these comparisons to Matt Judon and what Judon is doing in New England by Ravens Nation, but Owe is his own guy. He's his own guy. He's going to create those pressures, and I guarantee you he's going to get home for one of those sacks. I really hope I'm right on this one because I really like Owe. I know a lot of people were thinking that we shouldn't have traded away Orlando Brown Jr., but you can see he's having those struggles over there in Kansas City. This was a valued pickup. I'm glad Owe's here. Let's see him get the pressure. Let's see him grow. Let's see him get it done, folks. All right, now we talked about Owe getting that sack. Let's move into number 5. Geno Stone balls out. Like I was saying, I really like this guy. I really like the fact that Baltimore has a true free safety now, even though it was caused by, bringing down a guy who was the king killer. I definitely have a lot of respect for Elliott, and I'm going to miss that guy. He's the big staple of this defense, but I am glad Geno Stone is getting his opportunity to shine. I really hope he gets a chance to ball out. I don't know what that looks like. Is it going to be an interception? Is it going to be like 2 pass defenses? Is it just him canceling out the middle of the field? Something along those lines, to where we can go look at different websites. I'm not going to say the site of that one site, but we can see that other people are checking out this guy's skills. I want to see it on the all 22 of him canceling people out. So y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout for the all 22 guy. All right. Like I said, I wasn't going to keep y'all long today, but, hey, it had things to talk about. Finally, my score prediction. Like I said, Baltimore ain't blowing teams out. They just ain't doing it. Final score prediction is going to be a close one, folks. It's going to be 27-24 Ravens. I think Justin Tucker bails us out again. Why do you say? Honestly, what have we been doing in these first halves? We kind of just been going out there getting a feel for things, and then all of a sudden getting that big shot bust right over top of our heads, and then something crazy happening on special teams or whatever, and it just goes wrong. And then somehow Lamar puts the whole team on his back, gets the arthritis and everything, and then he handles business and brings us on back. So I'm thinking this is a pretty accurate score here. We win by 3. Kick it, Justin. Let's go. My guy, Justin Tuck-O-Matic, Swag-O-Matic. This guy is on. Somebody called him Justin Kicker on accident. Yeah, just switch his name to Kicker. He is the man. I love this dude. Anyway, hoping Ravens bring out the W so I can go ahead and celebrate. I got people at the house, and they don't want to see me crying up in here. It'll be pretty sad. But I'm just hoping I'm hoping I'm wrong with the prediction. I'm hoping these Ravens just go ahead and bring the business to the Dolphins. Take. Yeah, give them the business. This is the home of Original Sports Perspective, from our couch to yours. This is Jermaine Lockett, your couch rider Raven. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button. Hit that subscribe. Please hit the subscribe. I need it, please. I'm being it. Give me my subscriptions. You have a wonderful night. Take care.